Hi my friends, welcome back. This is A Course in Miracles lesson 46. Today we're going to read the lesson, make some comments, highlight a few important things, going to give some examples, and if we have time we're going to do a short guide practice together. Today is lesson 46. I hope I can give you all that I have into this lesson because it's a really important lesson. It's one of the foundations of the course, and I have been have a lot of insights and downloads related to the lesson of today, and I hope I can deliver all to you. So let's start. Lesson 46, A Course in Miracles. God is the love in which I forgive. God does not forgive because he has never condemned. And there must be condemnation before forgiveness is necessary. Forgiveness is the great need of this world, but that is because it is a world of illusions. Those who forgive are thus releasing themselves from illusions, while those who withhold forgiveness are binding themselves to them. As you condemn only yourself, so do you forgive only yourself. So here I want to highlight those who forgive are thus releasing themselves from illusions. And as you condemn only yourself, so do you forgive only yourself. So do you know that phrase where it says forgive to be forgiven? The way that I see this phrase right now after studying the Course in Miracles is as everything that is happening in the physical world around us, through us, with us, it is a creation from our beliefs. It is a creation from our illusion and distortions. So whatever someone has done to you, they were simply mirroring to you your belief. They were simply mirroring to you your perception or your distortion. And where it says forgive to be forgiven, I would say is more like if you forgive that person that mirrored to you your own belief, you are forgiving yourself in consequence. That's why it says, as you condemn only yourself, so do you forgive only yourself. Even though you are forgiving them for what happened, you are also forgiving yourself to have created that situation that needed to be created so you could see something within you, within your own mind. And as we forgive, we are thus releasing ourselves from the illusions. Which illusions? The illusions that we are creating, so we can see. Yet, although God does not forgive, his love is nevertheless the basis of forgiveness. Fear condemns and love forgives. Forgiveness thus undoes what fear has produced, returning the mind to the awareness of God. So here I already want to highlight here, forgiveness thus undoes what fear has produced. So let's say we have a fear of abandonment. And then from that fear of abandonment, the result is many kinds of relationships where we are abandoned. Could be romantic relationships, family relationships, etc. Business relationships. And as we forgive the abandonment that was reflected to us as our belief, which is fear of abandonment, we are undoing what our fear has produced. So as we forgive the situation we created from a belief, from a fear, as we forgive that situation, learning that that was a distortion or a belief or an illusion that we had, we are undoing the fear, we are undoing that belief, and forgiving ourselves for having that distortion. Let's continue. For this reason, forgiveness can truly be called salvation. It is the means by which illusions disappear. That's why forgiveness can truly be called salvation. Because as we see that people are only mirroring to us what we need to see within our own minds, we understand, as we are guiltless, our brothers need to be guiltless as well, because if we see them guilty, we would be guilty. That's what the Course states. So in truth, we are all guiltless. And that's why forgiveness is called salvation, is where the illusions disappear. We are not guilty, they are not guilty. Let's go to paragraph 3. Today's exercise requires at least 3 full 5 minutes. Practice periods, and as many short ones as possible. Begin the longer practice periods by repeating today's idea to yourself as usual. God is the love in which I forgive. Close your eyes as you do so and spend a minute or two in searching your mind for those whom you have not forgiven. It does not matter how much you have not forgiven them. You have forgiven them entirely or not at all. If you are doing the exercise well, you should have no difficulty in finding a number of people you have not forgiven. It is a safe rule that anyone you do not like is a suitable subject. Mention each one by name and say, God's the love in which I forgive you, and you specify the name. The purpose of the first phase of today's practice period is to put you in a position to forgive yourself. After you have applied the idea to all those who have come to mind, tell yourself, God is the love in which I forgive myself. So we are doing today 3 practice periods of full 5 minutes. We are starting by repeating the truth, which is God is the love in which I forgive. Then we're going to do a mind search looking for everyone that would like to say God is the love in which I forgive you. So everyone that comes to your mind, however small or big, is what you think you need to forgive. We are going to say, God is the love in which I forgive you. And you specify the name of the person. And we can go like one person after the other. God is the love in which I forgive you, John. God is the love in which I forgive you. And you say the name. And then after going through all the people that comes to your mind, we are going to say, God is the love in which I forgive myself. Then let's continue here. Then devote the remainder of the practice period to adding related ideas, such as God is the love with which I love myself. God is the love in which I am blessed. The form of the application may vary considerably, but the central idea should not be lost sight of. You may say, for example, I cannot be guilty because I am a son of God. Neither my brother could be guilty because we are all son of God. I have already been forgiven because I have forgiven. No fear is possible in a mind beloved of God. There is no need to attack because love has forgiven me and I have forgiven me. For example, the practice period should end, however, with a repetition of today's idea as originally stated. God is the love in which I forgive. The short practice periods may consist either of a repetition of the idea for today in the original state or in a related form, as you prefer. Be sure, however, to make more specific applications if they are needed. They will be needed at any time during the day when you become aware of any kind of negative reaction to anyone present or not. In that event, tell him silently, God is the love in which I forgive you. So we can do a brief recap. 3 5-minute practices. Repeating the idea of today, God is the love in which I forgive. Going through all the people that comes to your mind, which you can use for this exercise of forgiveness, saying, God is the love in which I forgive you, and you say their names. If you don't know their names, you can simply hold that person in your mind and say, God is the love in which I forgive you. So you go through all your list, 5, 10, 20, 30 people, how many you have. And then after you go through the people that you're going to say, God is the love in which I forgive you, you are going to say, God is the love in which I forgive myself. And then the second phase is still on the same practice, the same 5-minute practice. We are going to add some related ideas to the truth of today. As many as you want, as many as arise into you. So we are going to think of the truth of today. God is the love in which I forgive. And whatever comes with that, God is the love in which I forgive, you can also complement. God is the love in which I forgive. God is the love in which I love myself. God is the love in which I forgive the guiltless Son of God. God is the love in which I forgive because I am guiltless and my brother is guiltless. God is the love in which I forgive all illusions and all beliefs that I had. No fear is possible because I choose forgiveness and I choose to love myself and I am guiltless. For example, and we can go on into that, and you finish with the statement of the lesson of today, which God is the love in which I forgive. So that is for the 5-minute practices. And then for the short practice periods, you can simply repeat, God is the love in which I forgive. And if any situation, any negative situation arises with anyone in your life, present or not, you can say in your mind, God is the love in which I forgive you, and specify their names or not. And that's it for the lesson of today. Also, I wanna add, when I was saying related ideas to God is the love in which I forgive. Love and forgiveness they go hand in hand. There is no highest expression of self-love than forgiving yourself. Forgiving yourself for not knowing better, forgiving yourself for whatever reason, simply forgiving yourself. Giving yourself the love that you need, that you deserve. And that, giving yourself love and forgiveness, is gonna heal yourself totally, fully, completely. Because as we stop and see whatever we have created or are creating our lives, and as we see that and we become aware, we take our power backs, and then as we see that belief mirror to us, we can understand, we can forgive ourselves, be conscious about the belief, change the belief, forgive ourselves. Because that was the only way for you to know that you had that belief unconsciously, was to be shown in your reality, was to be shown in the movie, the mirror of your life. So you forgive yourself for whatever situation that you have overcome in the past or it is now, and show yourself love, because that was the only way you could have seen that you had a belief. And that's all right. And then we choose better. And then we choose to love ourselves. And then we choose to forgive ourselves. We choose to forgive others. And that slowly started changing our reality. And whatever is showing up in your reality, something that you do not want, that you do not like, that triggers you, it is showing so you know where you are not free yet. And as you see, as you understand, as you take your power back, by seeing, by being conscious about it, you forgive yourself for having that mirror in your reality. But now you know, and now you can choose differently. So that's it. Today I'm going to let you do the lesson, the practice by yourself. And I'm just gonna recap. You say the statement of today: God's the love in which I forgive. Select the number of people that you need to forgive. Then forgive yourself. God is the love in which I forgive myself. And bring up all that's related to that, because I am a guiltless son of God, because I love myself, etc., etc. And you finish with God is the love in which I forgive. And use that statement as many times today to forgive what you're seeing in your reality, to forget what's happening to you, to forgive yourself, and to love yourself. And that's it. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you have an amazing day today. And sending you so much love. And see you again tomorrow.